guys, I am Peacemaker, and this is Everstride, and we are on episode 3 of Slay the Princess.
So let's get into it.
You're on a path in the woods.
I am on a path.
And at the end of that path is a
woods.
cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Indeed. So we had a lot happen
You're
in the
here
last
to slay
episode.
her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
If the princess survived a beheading, she's obviously not human. So there's something going on there. We took a very interesting path this last time. So we're going to go even more off the hinges. You know, I've been a little bit hard on the narrator here lately. And I'm going to throw the narrator a bone. We're going to try to go down a deep, dark path, rather than save the princess this time. We're going to see where this path goes. We'll actually do what the narrator has said of us. Sweet! I have always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la Revolution!
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Awesome.
A warning before you go any further.
I don't need your warning. I've heard it enough times already.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
We're totally
She's
going
a
through with
princess.
this.
We're supposed to save
Sorry, Inner
princesses, not
Voice.
slave
You know
them.
what? I already tried saving it just to avoid doing what the narrator told me to do. Because he really annoyed me. But
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
as the beautiful creature at the end of every one of these journeys has told us before, guys, we can't continue to doing the same path, and it's only going to continue to get harder and harder.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
And I am
The
definitely
blade is your
grabbing that
implement.
blade.
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Indeed. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
You're not wrong.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
We'll find out.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Your beautiful nightmare.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
She thinks so.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Yeah, just continue
You're
downstairs.
still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Still remains to be seen.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
As a matter of fact, I am! Steal your nerves and step forward. We're going all in.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Very true.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late.
Slayer!
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Here we go! All in! This is it!
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh,
Yup.
this is it, isn't it?
This time it's your turn.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
You know, I'm really not entirely sure. Because I beheaded you last time and you were still alive. So I don't know. I don't know if this is enough to kill you. I don't have any idea, but I am curious to see what my reward's gonna be, because last episode, if you guys recall, The narrator told me that I was going to get a beautiful reward. And remember, I said I wanted cake. And past me didn't say thank you. How dare you, past me? Thank you, future me, if you do decide to give me cake this time. But I don't know that that's going to happen.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Seems that way.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
So this is what I'm curious about, okay? I'm curious if it really is truly over, because remember, we beheaded her, and she was still alive. Of course it is. She's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has some sort of kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not. That was too easy. So this is where the power of suggestion comes in. We've discussed this quite a bit already, and that we have the power to change what's happening in this universe. We've already proven that it can be done. There were countless times in the last couple episodes where we have done it. Smitten did it, and she was able to slip her wrist out. We did it when we beheaded her and took her head out. She was still alive. So you know what? I'm going to spitball here. And I'm going to say, of course not. That was too easy. And see if she comes back to life.
It's over. Don't get all worked up.
I'm not sure.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that.
Why not?
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
Yeah, really, I want to know.
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Still not sure. I'm going to check for pulse.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question?
Oh.
Wait, what was that?
She's not dead.
You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Uh-oh!
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy.
Who did not see that coming?
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs.
Where did she even get a blade from?
As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now.
I guess. Yeah, you definitely are not human.
See you around.
Okay.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you.
I suppose.
For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Did you guys see that one coming? Because I did not see that coming. I had no idea that she was still going to be alive. Or that she would even have the possibility or capability of taking me with her. Like, that was a shocker. And again, goes to prove that power of suggestion. I could have totally walked out probably and been fine. But we don't know now! Chapter 2, The Razor.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
Is a not
is
so
a
princess. She seems pretty deadly.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
She's going to kill me again, maybe. But I already slew the princess, sure. She also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again? Good question. Why am I here again? I already killed her.
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you.
She did!
People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
We are not. You just don't remember.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I don't think so.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
The voice of the cheated? We'll see how this voice goes. I think I might like it. He's kind of funny.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Bull crap! She was totally armed. I don't know where she pulled that knife out of, but she had a knife.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
It's so true. That's exactly what happened.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons.
Bull!
There's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll
I'm
do
not
just fine.
sure I was made for this job, Mr. Narrator, okay? Like, there's been countless times now that I have been killed, murdered, maimed, dismembered, even when I was trying to be nice. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did happen already. Why should I listen to you, and why do I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of.
It is. It's the multiple of time.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to
I did listen to you, except for the little teensy inconsistency that we shan't talk about right now.
We mostly listened to you. How were we supposed to know she'd spring back to life?
Good thinking, inner voice.
If she sprung back to life in this hypothetical scenario, then clearly you didn't slay her.
I did! I put a knife right in her heart.
But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
I mean, I still slayed her. The world didn't end.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yep.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Not sure.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
I'm pretty sure she died afterwards.
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here.
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else. We were so close to finishing the job last time. She can't get the jump on us twice. If we're careful, we should be fine.
Well, we also have to remember, guys, that she's gonna remember what we attempted last time. So we can't just jump straight in and stab. It's never gonna work that way
That's
again.
the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will
We're good.
lie.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
I don't know there's much we can do. She's pretty cunning and clever anyway.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine. The interior of the
Ooh.
cabin is a jagged mess
This
of
is
warped wood and
weird.
broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
This is such a weird cabin. Everything is warped and twisted. It is absolutely insane.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
We certainly were.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
I suppose. Hello,
The door
princess.
to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
Yeah, dear lord.
The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood.
Ugh.
And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head.
I don't know, man. This is pretty creepy. And if it smells like blood, what's she doing? Has she already cut herself out of there?
Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
It is so twisted, yeah.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final
Oh,
step, the form
hello.
of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Yeah, I don't think you're hooked into that chain anymore.
I wonder if she remembers us.
She definitely does.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
I actually agree with you, Voice of the Cheated, 100%. This woman looks demented and insane. And there is some kind of twist to her voice. She is just looking for an excuse to murder me.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Nope. Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that.
Yeah, you definitely do then.
But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
You are a terrible liar.
There you go again, talking up delusions about a past life experience that clearly didn't happen.
It did.
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right?
She definitely does.
Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're
You're so
doing.
wrong, Mr. Narrator. If I come close to you, you're just going to stab me, aren't you?
What? No! No! I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason. And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
Look at her face. Look at the sweat dripping down her face. She's a terrible liar, man.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
I have no doubts either. She is definitely going to stab us, guys.
She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
She does. She's probably got a long sword this time.
But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job.
You know, I got some questions to ask her
But
first.
I'm nervous.
I'm not nervous. We're gonna figure this out. If we die, we die. Oh well.
All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little bird-face thinks he's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything. Thinks he can tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while he gets to wave one around right in front of me. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
Actually, it didn't bother me much.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her?
When I finally decide I'm ready to deal with her, I'll deal with her, Mr. Narrator.
We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance.
True.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now?
Yeah, where are you then?
You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. And maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity.
Okay, well, I have mine.
Fine, and will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
Let's see, what options do we have? Yeah, I'm not trusting this. Bye. Turn around and leave. Screw it. Okay, fine, I'm coming closer to free you. You better not try anything. Yeah, I'm not even gonna think about that option. Look, I know you're mad at me, but I think we both just let bygones be bygones. We killed each other last time, and I'd rather not do that again. I don't have the key. Can we talk things through? I know you have a knife. I'll let you out here if you drop it. Let's be honest here for a second, alright?
That doesn't sound like me.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
I'm gonna do that. I know you have a knife. I'll let you out here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife? And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
That's what you think. I don't have the key.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I don't think I'll do that. Thanks.
Okay, I'm bored now.
Are you?
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner.
She's not chained up!
How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really.
She has a long sword!
At least we're safe here. She's still in chains.
No, she's not!
And those chains stop her from continuing her advance. At least for a moment.
So she cuts her arm off?
She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion. And then she slices.
Yep, saw that coming.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. Ah, shit! Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it.
Yep, use it!
But unfortunately for you, and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched. You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defense. She's much better at this than she was last time.
Yes.
Yeah, it's unreal. Bloody cheater.
That she is.
I'm going to kill you now.
Well, at least you're telling me. You know what? You did all that. You cut my hand off. At least you humored me for a while, lied to my face, cheated me out of whatever I could possibly want. But at least you're seriously just telling me, hey, I'm gonna kill you now. Alright, let's get it over with then.
With a squelch, she does just that.
Yep. Right in the fucking heart.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Welp. Chapter 3? We haven't made it to Chapter 3 yet, guys. This is interesting. The arms
We're on a
race.
path in the woods.
This
No,
is not...
fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
Alright, Mr. Cheated. Apparently we're in an arms race now. We need bazookas and guns and an army.
You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp.
What?
A mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
Power of suggestion, we changed everything and we have the say here. We are the rule.
I feel dizzy.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
Voice of the hunted. The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing.
Voice of the broken.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
3, as a matter of fact.
This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
And what if we never do?
So? Are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
Nope.
There isn't a door, there's just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Good job.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Imagine that.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and
Hi
the form
again.
of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Oh, okay. Is that what you were doing before? Because I was totally unaware that you were playing dumb. I just thought you were, a pathological liar.
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
For you, maybe.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again. Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is
my
cut short by
God.
the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Why does she get dual wield? Why can't I have dual wield? Give me a gun. This is an unfair fight. She's got 2 swords for arms. I can't win that. I have a dagger.
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us, and I'm out of idea.
We're fighting her, obviously. We're going to appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her. All these ideas suck. Think of something better.
Yeah, that's right. We just have to think. There's probably an answer if we think.
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
You don't have time to finish your thought. In a moment, she's across the room, blades flashing in the dim starlight. She skewers you.
No!
Ow. What a surprise. Yeah, we don't even get a second to think without her stabbing us. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die.
Yeah.
Did we? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
Oh my god. I don't even know what's happening right now. This is insane. This is crazy. You're crazy. You're absolutely insane. I don't know what to do.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
As long as we keep moving.
Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Yeah, I think we're also crazy. We have so many different voices in our head.
Come on, show me something new.
Okay, plan now.
Hey, welcome back, Skeptic. I remember you. Oh, let's try appealing to her authority. No, we're not gonna do that. We could try flirting with her. It doesn't work, and she kills you again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of conflict that transpires.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman.
Hey, Smitten, welcome back!
She skewers you.
You're cute.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder.
Hey, voice of the stubborn!
She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Yeah, I'm starting to understand that.
That didn't do much of anything.
Voice
We're
of the
tougher than I thought.
contrarian? You're new too.
Just panic. Flee.
Voice of the paranoid?
She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
I agree.
Okay, let's go again. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Oh my god.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
So, guys, we have tried killing the princess and it didn't quite work out the way I intended. This has been insane.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
I'm not sure. We already tried reason. Mr. Voice of the Opportunist.
She skewers you.
Yep.
We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time.
You're right.
One last time, that's all we need.
And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, we actually completely die this time? Chapter 4. Mutually assured destruction.
You're on it. Don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here.
And we're cutting the narrator out completely.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hands.
Steel claw, huh?
Oh, what if we throw it out the window?
Why would we do that?
Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore. Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands
No,
of a
Smitten.
beautiful woman?
No, she's not beautiful. She's a fucking monster. Alright? She is a monster. She has completely annihilated us so many times.
Sure, I can think of a better way to die.
I can too.
They're all the same, really.
Are they though?
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything.
You know what? I agree with you, Paranoid, because that's kind of what's been happening. Why don't we manifest ourselves as winning and as completely and utterly just decimating her? Like, we win this. Let's manifest that.
The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top.
Yes. Yes, opportunist. Yes.
There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here?
Too
Isn't
many.
good. This is...
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
I missed one there. We're gonna go back really quick. Accidentally skipped past. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things and we'll stick to doing them? That's the voice of the cheated. Voice of the stubborn. Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Nope, you're still too much and over the top. That is definitely not the scenario in which we are in right now, Mr. Smitten.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's fine. I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Sounds good.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
You really don't need to be a part of this right now. Every time you describe something, it gets worse.
Don't care, just want to win.
Hey, agreed.
Fine. You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together.
Yeah, okay, monster.
But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
No.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait, and not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Seriously? Are you done? Are you done, narrator?
Are you gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
No, not really.
Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting
What?
into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears.
What is this?
Then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
What am I supposed to do?
Holy shit!
Yeah!
She's gorgeous.
No, she's not!
Absolutely
She's very
divine.
deadly!
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
No! She's blades! She's all blades! What are we supposed to do with her?
That looked painful.
Very much so.
How is she still alive?
That I don't know.
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
This is fake. This is all fake.
It's really
That's all
not.
just made up.
She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Yeah, I'm empty in my mind. Get out of here.
It's so quiet.
Yep, it's just me and her now and you. I emptied it all. Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You probably should, because I just gained my full ability and power back, and you can get lost. You do not act, and yet, though that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but her blow finishes its arc. You're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again. You hear her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and the flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and her strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. Hey, the hands got her! You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave, and your memory returns. Approach the mirror. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Yeah, but I'm not sure I want you to be a part of whatever that thing is.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
I'm not ready right this second. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed? Yeah, what did that thing do to you? Did that thing corrupt you and make you evil?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be.
I think I might have asked
This
you
is
that
the only
question
path
before.
forward.
What are your thoughts on this crazy monstrosity?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart.
I'm not sure how.
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you. I've hurt them. I did hurt that one.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
Okay.
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before.
Okay.
I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
She hasn't grown any more than what she was the last episode, which means we have to bring her more perspectives. And I don't want to attack this entity, guys, because I want to see where all this flows and ebbs and where it leads and where it goes. When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Interesting enough. Alrighty, I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
I'm sure we will. Everything goes dark and you die. That is going to be it for this episode, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in the next. We will continue on very shortly. See you then. Peacemaker out.
If you play the strings, I'll sing all night. I need a remedy, and melodies always make me feel alright. If you set the scene, I'll dim the lights. Creating memories, we treasure these forever.